we're so focused on the small things in life that we really forget the bigger picture. What is really there on our creative side? What is really there that we're trying to achieve? I often say nothing fails like success. When you think you know your craft, you're going to fail. Genius is not a product of genetics. Genius is a product of hard work, patience, perseverance, and persistence. Like 20 years ago, there were no strength and conditioning coaches. The guys went out, they had a beer, and, they went to go play the game, and the better players always won the game. Then winning became really important. So they started asking questions like, what does it take to win? And on the one hand, strategy is really important. But if you are not capable of executing the strategy, it doesn't work right. It's not about practice. It's about understanding. We culturally misunderstand how the human mind works. And that's really where we are. When we're in first year, we all get stuck. We really feel like it's very uphill. And we kind of get burnt out on our thinking. And we think we burnt out on life. We think we burnt out on our dreams. But what we really burnt out on is our thinking. And in first gear, what we try to do is we try to compensate by getting tougher. So we kick down on the pedal and we try to get this motor to get going. And we burn out the engine. We make our world smaller. Even if you got there, you're going like, phew, that was hard work. I'm not going to try this one again. Success is hard work. It's just too difficult. So we shrink our sights and we kind of live in the small world and we go like, I'm good here. Oh, that seems nice there. That looks good, but I'm good here. I manage this world. And that is when we get stuck in these gears. So we only have kind of two responses within our neurology. We have what we call the stress response, which is better known as the fight or flight mode. And we get what we call the relaxation response. And as you're flighting, the subconscious mind, we have what we call the reticular activation system, which is our climate control, our automatic pilot that is built within us, that has used the measurement of all our experiences and how we responded. A lot of athletes will tell you that if you're jogging and you get to a certain point when you get really tired and you feel you can't go no more, and if you just go, even if you're jumping, if you just go beyond that moment, you could probably jump for another hour or run for another 20 Ks without feeling it. And that is where we override this reticular activation system, this climate control. Okay, so we're setting the stress response and we're running. And what the subconscious mind does, it takes all the energy, it shuts down all other bodily functions. So your digestive system is now shut down. Your creative intelligence is shut down. Your ability to make big decisions is shut down. Your ability to laugh and have fun is shut down. It takes this energy, it takes all this neurology and neurocells, and it pushes it to the muscles you need to run as fast as you can. Essentially, it's what we call adrenaline. And we kind of live in that mode. With all the stresses we have in our world today, with all the challenges, with all the pressure, with everything we're trying to achieve today, we kind of get stuck in the fight or flight mode. And when we're in this mode, we're really not resourceful. Our metabolism, our creativity, our ability to perform at its peak is all kind of squished out because we're living with this lion chasing us. And the moment you can step out of this stress mode, stress response, fight or flight, life becomes extremely effortless. You'll find that it's more fluid, and that's daunting. You find that your metabolism works better, because in that mode, where most of us live today, even if you eat or look at an apple, you're going to pick up weight. But when you're in the relaxation mode, you can have a bar of chocolates and chocolate cake and 2 liters of Coke, and your body's going to metabolize it because the relaxation response is now fully active.